Hey guys, welcome to the Kick Out at 2 podcast, episode 10. I am the Wiltman, as usual, here with,
Hey boys, not just bluffing, maybe you up to something.
here with, Righteous Jet Li Butler, coming to kick your head off. Jesse Butler, I'm sorry, it's one of those days, we're having a good time. We just wrapped up recording, a conversation with Rude Boy Riley for next week, which
It'll run a little bit long and be a sort of a Christmas present for you guys.
we'll get you a good long one for Christmas. That's not what she said. I don't know. It's a Tuesday night. We're recording this.
Yeah.
This episode we're gonna have a good conversation. Kind of a quick conversation because they had to go wrestle a match literally at the end of it, but it's a little out there with the tag team Roscoe-EatLisa, primarily with Zach, but
and his green boy. We had his green boy.
Yeah, we had his green boy, and he was on a quest to find a cigarette the entire...
Which he found, I believe.
Yeah, the entire time, so you can join us on this episode in our quest to find...
If you close your eyes real tight, it's almost like a vision quest, like from The Simpsons, but not as animated.
Yeah.
Or cool.
But
still cool.
So this episode will be a vision quest for a cigarette for Zach from...
and if you're straight edge, it can be a candy cigarette.
Yeah, for Roscoe-EatLisa, and it's a very fun one. But we also have a lot of news to talk about, and we are going to recap TLC. Now, we will be recording this. We're recording this right now on Tuesday night, December 15th. Tomorrow is the NXT TakeOver London. We probably won't get to cover that until the week after Christmas, just because obviously we'll be busy with Christmas and family stuff next week for the recording, which is why we recorded 2. But we will definitely be discussing that. I'm sure some great things will happen. And, we'll probably discuss that, hopefully have another interview, and then, do some fun Royal Rumble fantasy booking. Maybe pick some numbers of when people come out, pick some winners, that sort of thing.
Hoping to do a Royal Rumble tattoo game this year.
And we also, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast, we do want to once again say that we do have a contest going on Twitter. Follow at KOAT Podcast on the Twitter, hashtag Hogan Fears KOAT, and just show yourself defiling Hulk Hogan merchandise, because we hate Hulk Hogan, shirts, pictures.
Walmart is apparently selling Macho Man and Hulk Hogan socks. You can steal my idea, just burn the Hogan socks.
And if you really don't want to spend money on Hogan merchandise, we're not telling you to go buy his stuff. We're saying, I don't care if you print off a picture from the internet and then just pee on it or flip it off or something just aggressive. We just want Hulk Hogan to know that we're not putting up with his shit here in the podcast, and that we like to see people do mean things towards him. So,
'Cause he's done mean things to people.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye.
Because he's a fuckboy, and we're not going to stand for it. So, once again, follow the Twitter at KOAT Podcast, hashtag Hogan Fears KOAT, and send us the pictures or videos. We're going to start getting these episodes up on YouTube. We've had a little bit of difficulties, and
time is finally on our side.
Yeah, time is on our side. We've got a lot of time to be able to do that kind of stuff. I personally am going to start posting my own YouTube videos soon on a separate page, which once that gets all done, I'll let you know. That's going to be kind of a movie review sort of thing for people who are interested in that, but I'm going to plug myself, get myself over.
Get your shit in.
You get my shit in at Chris X Wilkins on Twitter if you want to follow me. That's my thing, right? Yeah. We always want to give a shout out to the good brother What a Maneuver. Mm-hmm. I believe by the time you hear this, you won't be able to get your orders for Christmas because the brother's got a life, he's got things to do. So hopefully you met that deadline, got your Morton Moonsault shirt, your H2O Go to Sleep shirt, the uppercut shirt.
Yep.
As always.
You can still get your Cesaro section signs because those are free.
And Raw is coming up in 2 short months from now.
Cesaro section will be in full effect in Nashville.
Whether he's there or not.
So definitely check out What a Maneuver, as always. He's the homie. We love that dude. We'll see him this weekend.
At Tried and True in Clarksville. Tickets are selling fast. We've already got ours. We're really excited. We're going to be there. We'll be there in our Kick Out at 2 hoodies, even if it's going to be fucking 70 degrees out there, because climate change is real, people, and we got to do something about it.
Winter in the South sucks. I hate it. I want cold and snow.
We want cold weather. No matter what side of the political fence you're on, the climate change stuff is real. Let's not kill ourselves.
But yeah, we'll be at Tried and True this Saturday, December 19th. You'll have names such as Chase Stevens, Josephus Brody, Jeremiah Plunkett, Bram, Crimson, Madison Rain,
Crazy
Steve, a whole slew of talent. Will it'll be a great show. Really excited to be a part of this.
Apparently, Sunday, Crimson and Crazy Steve were signing stuff at the Affliction store in Opry Mills. So, I mean, they're out there, they're doing promotion, they're excited about this.
To the streets, don't forget the struggle.
Yep. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be there having a good time, watching some fun wrestling. And we hope that you'll all be there too, because we've been promoting this for a while. And if you live in Nashville,
it's a 45-minute drive. Get off your ass. Go see some local wrestling.
Yeah,
these guys are busting their asses.
Get off at exit 11's the easiest way, and just book it straight once you come off that exit, and it'll spill you out onto Cumberland eventually, where you'll get to the place. It's called the Wilma Rudolph Event Center, but it's on Cumberland Drive, which, if anybody knows anything about fucking Clarksville, that doesn't make any sense. Because I guess it does, because she's from Wilma Rudolph, was from Clarksville.
Wilma Flintstone.
Well, Wilma Rudolph's our claim to fame, and I think we had like a Miss America come from Clarksville too, but
I don't know shit about Clarksville.
Yeah.
Except I played one show there.
Yeah. Clarksville, basically, Wilma Rudolph was an Olympian, and she
Are you giving us the...
Yeah, just a little bit to explain, but there's a big, busy road called Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, and then the event center is on Cumberland. So it's just little shit like that kind of like bothers my OCD.
Hey man, they got to get their shit in too.
Yeah, but it'll be a good time. Good sized venue, fun wrestling. Lego.
And actually, the night before, I will be in Tullahoma for SWF wrestling. It's been a while since I've been out there. Really need to get back in the habit of going out there and supporting, the local guys that do this every Friday night out in Tullahoma at Southside Drive. I don't know the exact address, but I'll make sure to tweet that out from the KOAT Twitter account, so you guys, if you're in the area, you can check it out. I know a lot of the guys there record some matches and they put them up on their YouTube channels. I'll try to get a hold of those links too, just to get those out there, so you guys can check out what we've got going on here in the old dirty South.
Yep, Tennessee wrestling, putting in work this weekend.
Some wrestling.
I'm hyper, so I've got my rap air horn just in case.
Speaking of Tennessee wrestling, before we get into all the TLC and Raw recaps and all that, I have harped since probably the first episode about how awesome old TNA was when I was here at the Asylum at the Fairgrounds in Nashville. That shit is now on YouTube. They started with the first one when it originally started in Alabama. They've got the first two, as of us recording this, they've got the first 2 episodes up, the first 2 pay-per-views. I've gone back and watched both of them, and Jesus Christ, it's given me just a rush of memories. Because I actually didn't get to catch the first couple ones when they were in Alabama, so this has been cool. Watching guys like fucking AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn tag team, and then the next week go out there and literally just beat the dog shit out of each other. It has been, dude, it's been so cool.
That's awesome.
Watching R-Truth, Ron Killings as K-Crush. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been great. Devin Storm. Dude, it's been so cool. Like, if you haven't gone to watch it, please go check it out. It's for free on YouTube. You just go to, I think it's Impact Wrestling's YouTube channel, and they have them up. It's like TNA Impact 101 and 102, I think. I don't know why they numbered them like that, but it's cool. Go back and check it out. You're going to see some great exhibition wrestling, and you'll get to see, back when Malice was alive. I forgot how fucking good Malice was for a big dude. He chokeslammed the life out of Ron Killings. Like I don't think I've ever seen anybody get so high on a choke slam. It's ridiculous.
I need to go back and watch those. I keep forgetting I can watch YouTube on my like Roku and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna start doing that. I actually went back last night and was watching some matches on the network. I rewatched that Sasha Banks Bailey Iron Woman match.
Yeah.
That shit still, like, I watched it again, and it'll still pull some emotions out of you. That's pretty, like, because I was thinking of, like, the best matches in WWE that they had this year.
Right.
That's one of them, and which we'll get into TLC, because I feel like that ladder match was probably up there for match of the year from WWE.
That ladder match, like, that snuck in there as match of the year. That beat the Dead Riding God.
Yeah,
damn.
That shit, that's the best PG era ladder match I've seen that I can think of, honestly.
And you know why? It's tag team wrestling, so you can tell more of a story, and it's three of the, I like the Usos, I like the Lucha Dragons, New Day's on top. It's three of the top tag teams around right now.
And they're working hard as fuck because they want to stay.
During that match, I got I could save this for the actual recap, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. During that match, I got the same hungry vibe that I got from, like, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. They just... It was a fucking hard match to follow.
And it's the same way. The Usos, pre-injury, I don't know if a lot of people remembered it, but how hard they were working and how hungry of a team. The Usos are just as hungry for a spot as the New Day and as Roman Reigns and Ambrose and Rollins and fucking Kevin Owens are. I don't think that people really think about that because they've been around so long, but they are just as fucking wanting the world in their hands as anybody else. And because I go back and watch the Usos versus the Wyatts and stuff like that. That 2 out of 3 falls match was fucking fantastic. I don't remember which pay-per-view that was.
I think that match really showed a lot of people that maybe had some doubts about tag team wrestling, that tag team wrestling deserves more of a spotlight.
And the unsung hero in that match was Sin Cara Hunico, who I had brought a dead character back to life anyways. But we're jumping the gun. We'll get into it in a little bit. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to sing his praises when we do. In non-WWE news, Rey Mysterio is with Lucha Underground.
That's what they're teasing.
So, I mean, he's got Del Rio's paycheck.
Hey, man. Good for Mysterio. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. I have a feeling like his body's seen some better days, so I feel like he's going to play maybe more of a commissioner role.
I don't think so. His recent work, now that he's had, like, 2 years off WWE and stuff like that. Everything I've seen with him working recently, it's like he's back in,
like,
because he does. Yeah, he's back in ring shape, and he doesn't have to work every night, so he can.
Yeah, and I guess with Lucha Underground, they're taping all those episodes at once, so he'll have recovery time.
Yeah,
so. I'd like to see. I'd like to see Mysterio pump out some more.
Yeah, because I was so tired of Rey Mysterio as a wrestler, and then all the stuff that I've seen lately from him, I'm just excited about him existing again.
I actually had the conversation with Brittany today about how when Rey Mysterio came to WWE, I was like stoked because I remember Rey Mysterio from WCW when he was like little and masked, and he was just like the fucking coolest thing. And then when he came to WWE and he was bulkier, I was just like, I don't know.
Well, when he first came around, he was fire. And especially when they were like in WWE and they put him in those SmackDown situations with the tag teams, where it was like Angle and Benoit and Edge and Mysterio and the Guerreros and stuff.
Yeah,
like that's when he was working the hardest. And like him versus Kurt Angle at SummerSlam, they really knew how to maximize the years that they had out of Rey Mysterio when they could, by putting him against the right people. And then after a while, they just got really stagnant with him.
I just want to get my hands on him and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I bet that match is, wherever it is golden.
Yeah, if it's already happened, I want to see it.
I think it happened in Europe.
In Europe. I couldn't remember when it was. I just remember I saw it booked. I also wanted to see him wrestle low-key, because I saw that was a thing. So,
That'll take some years off your...
Yeah. But and I've talked about how I watched Lucha Underground. I didn't get to watch the whole series. I saw a couple episodes, and there was some good wrestling on it, but I didn't get it. That new promo for it for season 2, I watched it, and I was just like, I get it. It's fucking Tekken. Like it's like a fighting video game in how they tell their stories with like the little vignettes out there, and because I didn't understand the storytelling in terms of the ring work.
Yeah.
When I'm putting it in my head as a fighting game like Tekken or Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or anything like that, I understand Lucha Underground. So I get it now, and I think I'm going to enjoy the second season more.
Dude, that trailer,
if I sit down and watch it, because that trailer was really good.
That trailer is straight up movie quality. Like, I know that they do like vignettes and stuff like that. That trailer, when I watched it at first, I was like, did I click the right thing?
Yeah, it was really good, which Robert Rodriguez has done a good job with the El Rey network, and I don't know who specifically is working on, I haven't looked into it, on Lucha Underground, but that was a hell of a vision. And I get it, in that sense, and like I always thought it looked really good. I just couldn't wrap my head around it, I guess, before. But now I'm kind of excited about the second season of it.
And we get more Son of Havoc, which I love. Matt Cross, Son of Havoc, all those guys on there bust their ass. And it's good. I have high hopes for the second season.
Yeah, because it wasn't in ring work that I wasn't a fan of. I just didn't get the show.
Right.
So
I get it. It's different.
Yeah.
But now it's clicked.
It's kind of like Wrestling Society X. Like when that was a thing, I would watch it and I was excited to watch wrestlers. I was like, X-Pac's on this, but like it didn't click with me as a show. Let's see what else we have to talk about.
The potential of the Hardys maybe coming to WWE.
Yeah, there have been a lot of like teasing online. That would be fun. I
saw where Matt and Jeff both said that they were open to going back after their TNA contracts are up, which isn't too much longer. Jeff's still healing up on that leg, so
yeah, that would be fun. I feel like they would have an easier time having chemistry with.
I'd love to see them
other people than the Dudleys did. Oh yeah, them. I would love to see them versus the Lucha Dragons, or even the New Day.
Yeah.
Because
put the New Day against everyone, please.
Yeah, New Day can wrestle anybody. Fucking Big E is my top 3 favorite wrestlers right now. Yeah. Honest to God, I love that. I love how that guy works for a bigger dude. Just
you don't expect it.
You don't expect it. There's so much. I'm so happy with them as oh God, I'm getting like stuttering because I'm just so excited to talk about them.
Well, we'll go ahead and go over this last little bit, then we'll get into TLC.
Yeah.
I've been reading where Wade Barrett is injured, but still traveling with everybody. So they're not using him, but he's there. I didn't get to read on the details of his injury, and I'm sure by the time you guys hear this,
he'll probably be back on TV.
Well, no, the details will probably come out more in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
But apparently he's on the road with the roster, just not active. Which
maybe he took like a little headshot or something like that.
I don't know. Like I'll have to see if I can find some research. If I find anything about it, I'll throw it up on the Twitter because I'm definitely trying to keep that more active. So go follow at KOAT Podcast on Twitter. We just broke 200 followers as of recording this today.
So we're always
baby
looking
steps.
Up. Yeah. So I guess it's time we can go ahead and get into the show and then all the aftermath. The first match was the pre-show match, which almost didn't happen. I don't know. A lot of people were having network difficulties.
Yeah.
But it was Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Really solid match. I got really mad when they cut to commercial on their own network during the match. On the pre-show. Like, let them fucking finish the match.
Divas Revolution, huh?
Yeah. Suck a dick, Kevin Dunn. But
there wasn't. Never mind. I'm not gonna go off on that fucking tangent.
What about
Kevin Dunn? I
don't want to. The Bucktooth Wonder. I don't know what his problem is, but I feel like he's kind of like the devil in the ear of Mr. McMahon.
I feel like I read something a while ago about him being racist.
That's something that I've thrown out there a couple of times because I feel like that's the case.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm not gonna put false information out there.
Yeah, I don't want to make up stuff, but I feel like there's something there because Vince McMahon isn't.
Yeah.
You can tell. I mean, he's done some, said some stupid stuff because he's older here and there, but I don't think for one, just with the people that he employs and how much he loves some of those wrestlers, I don't think he's racist. I just don't understand why there's not been a black champion. But
I think we both said it before, but I think Big E will be the one.
Yeah. But the pre-show match was really good, a good kickoff to the pay-per-view. Sasha Banks in Boston. Sasha Banks is one of my favorite wrestlers in the world.
Bosstown.
Yeah. So with that, the pay-per-view started, and we had the triple threat ladder match.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody there, I was glad it started with that, because it was really exciting.
All the boys were fucking bummed, I bet.
Yeah, everybody was just like, fuck. Especially Roman Reigns had to have been pissed, because by the end of the night, there's no way you can get any sort of fire out of those fans when they've already exhausted themselves that quick.
Literally every ounce was probably... What was the second match? I'm trying to remember.
The second match was Rusev and Ryback, which made sense.
Yeah.
It was that wasn't gonna...
That ladder match lost no shine after the following match. It stayed.
Yeah.
I think that was really smart booking.
Yeah. That ladder match was incredible. Everyone who's watched it understands that it was fucking incredible.
And not even just because of the spots, but because of all the storytelling, too.
Yeah, and even when they didn't do anything that made sense, because they were smart enough to have goddamn Xavier Woods on commentary, it wasn't just Michael Cole and them joking about stuff the whole time. It was Xavier Woods pulling things out of it. Because when he would yell, "Why would you do that?"
Yep.
During stuff when there's no real... Because some of those spots didn't make sense, but the commentary made them make sense in that situation, which is what they're there to do. Sin Cara, unsung hero of that match, that son of a bitch. Everybody saw Kalisto do the Salida del Sol.
God damn it.
Nobody has talked, and they have not shown it in the highlight reels, that before they even got to recover, he had hit a swanton onto Jimmy Uso.
I remember you texting me about that.
It wasn't even the spot wasn't even done, and he had hit that swanton on him. I was just like, he's killed him.
It was perfectly executed, too.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
That swanton to the outside onto that ladder.
Nope. Then he also did the splash to the ladder to one of the Usos near the commentating table.
That was a...
Or was that an Uso?
The Uso did that to Big E off of it. Yeah, that was crazy. But no, he... Sin Cara did that splash holding the ladder onto Kofi, which was perfectly executed. Yeah. And then him and Kalisto did the
monkey flip
wheelbarrow and then that 450 monkey flip.
Those guys literally just put it all out there.
Yeah, and then the Usos, just their style is a little... It's weird because Usos have a really weird style because they do that kind of Samoan...
It's like Samoan Hardy Boys.
Yeah, Samoan Hardy Boys would be how... Because they've got... the Hardy Boys, Matt wasn't a high flyer. Matt just jumped off stuff every once in a while. Jeff was the one that would do flips and stuff. The Usos don't do flips and things like that. They just do a couple suicide dives and a splash off the top. They're not high flyers. And it's kind of interesting to see them in that. And then...
honestly, I think the Usos are a good flashback to the word high risk.
Yeah.
Because it's not they're not doing fucking 450s and shooting star presses, but they'll still go up to the top and do a big splash, or like you said, the suicide dives and shit. So
yeah, and then Kofi, which they didn't talk about this until they kind of touched on it. That was his first ladder match win.
Yeah,
and it's weird watching that match and thinking about Kofi as the veteran in that match in terms of ladder matches, and he always puts in a great showing. He kind of toned it down for this one so that everybody else could get their shit in.
Because we all know what fucking Kofi can do.
Yeah.
You've seen him in a Rumble. You've seen him in ladder matches.
Yeah. Really, Big E in that match, his shows of strength, when he bench pressed that fucking ladder with both of those guys on it and then held it with one hand and Kalisto jumped off of it.
I bet he was honestly really excited to do that because I feel like people forget just how strong he is.
Yeah, because Big E is not...
They don't capitalize on his size enough.
He's not tall, but he's a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
So
he's a fucking refrigerator.
Yeah, so it is no joke.
He's icebox.
So I can't praise that match enough. That's the best PG era ladder match I've seen, and really just one of the better tag team ladder matches in general.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that didn't involve the Hardys or Dudleys or Edge and Christian. I mean,
it was a great flag. Like I had that same feeling I had watching those matches. Like these guys might die.
Yeah, it was.
But it's for a purpose.
Yeah, it was dangerous. It was exciting. I that was a fantastic match. Rusev and Ryback, they tried really hard, but I mean, they kind of knew. Yeah, and then the Lana stuff was kind of bullshit. Right, they just keep making Ryback look like an idiot,
which sucks because I feel like Ryback. I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential there. Mm-hmm. It's just you really have to be smart about who you book him against until he really just unlocks everything.
Yeah,
and kind of like I love Rusev. I'm a huge Rusev fan, but
Rusev's just been badly
stagnant.
booked.
He's been stagnant, man.
Because when you put him in a match that's long enough,
Rusev is the perfect example of WWE needed to bring back enhancement talents. Mm-hmm. Fucking just start cherry plucking guys from the indies, like not even NXT. Just bring them straight up for a night, let them get crushed. Like not even well known names, but like pretty well known names,
and let Rusev wrestle.
Yeah,
for more than a couple minutes.
Like let them get a brief shine, and then just
let him win.
Yeah,
that's another problem. Yeah, although I did like that he didn't let go of the accolade at the end of it. So we'll move on from that. The chairs match, Del Rio and Swagger. Here's the problem: Jack Swagger's not a good wrestler. I'm saying it right now.
I agree.
He's too lanky. He's awkward.
He does the Vader bomb.
Yeah, and he does it like 4 times in a match.
And I said this to John, my roommate, while we were watching the match, and I said it bothered me because like he's a bigger dude, but he's not big enough for that to be
that splash to hurt anybody.
I mean, if you land on somebody, it's gonna suck. But after watching guys like Vader and Yokozuna and Earthquake, all these bigger guys land on people, it's like...
Or, I mean, you see fucking Kevin Owens cannonball someone in the corner.
Get creative.
And then he's just a very by-the-numbers kind of... I don't know.
I feel
too many clotheslines, too many...
I feel like Jack Swagger's the perfect example of, well, Vince wants me to do this, so I'm only going to do this.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't get fucking booked right.
I miss his gut-wrench powerbomb because that was a good finish. Yeah. But with that said, Del Rio works his ass off.
God.
That match was in a bad spot. Chairs match is stupid, but Del Rio's going to get make sure that it at least looks good, and he beat the fuck out of Jack Swagger in that match.
When Jack Swagger towards the end of the match was just like sitting on the turnbuckle and Del Rio was laying those chair shots in, oh my god.
And then the finish with that like double knees brought him down on the chairs. Like, dude. Del Rio's one of the best workers ever. Like, he just is. He needs to be higher up in the card wrestling, not Jack Swagger.
They've drugged the Jack Swagger and Del Rio thing out for years, and it's just like the chemistry isn't there.
No,
especially when Zeb Coulter's not there.
The problem is Cesaro's hurt, because if Cesaro wasn't hurt, we'd probably be seeing Cesaro versus Del Rio right now.
A nut.
But here's the good thing. There's 1,000 other good workers on the like, put Del Rio versus Ziggler again. Ziggler ain't doing shit.
Right. Their matches for the heavyweight championship are great.
Yeah. So, and plus Del Rio is Del Rio's a champion. Del Rio is a top star, whether they want to act like he is or isn't. So.
I read something the other day. It was today, actually. Del Rio did something, and it reminded somebody, and I saw it on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, it reminded them of, oh, fuck, Del Rio's rich. Like, Del Rio's supposed to be rich. He came out in all these cars.
Yeah.
He had, Ricardo Rodriguez. He's, like, that's his deal. He's rich. He's better than everybody. And I wish I could remember more of it, but, like, that's something even I forgot about. You look at Del Rio, like, he used to come out with the scarf and the cars and everything, and Ricardo.
They need to bring back Ricardo.
Yeah.
They do. I know
he's still there, isn't he?
No, they fired him.
Oh, well,
and then he had a lot of heat, and he talked a lot of shit about Triple H. But
seems to be the running theme.
Yeah, it's like Triple H is one of those people that either you're going to get along with or you're not, and he's going to like you or he's not. And I feel like it's just going to be like that. So, but let's see.
It is what it is, brother.
Yeah. After that match, was it the ECW Originals match? Right? Yeah.
Oh, and
that they kept calling Team Extreme, and it was pissing me off because that's the Hardys. It was the table match. I said if any of the Wyatts went through a table that night in the elimination match, it needed to be Rowan, but I didn't think that they needed to put Rowan through a table. I felt like there should have been more spots in that match where someone tries to dive onto someone and they move. False table breaks, like the Dudley's Hardys elimination table match at Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Years ago, fucking 15 years ago. But weird to think about. But
match was good.
Yeah, it was okay. It was a little. Bubba Ray Dudley was finally showing some fire, which I enjoyed.
I felt like he really connected that night.
Yeah, I think he's kind of getting back into his groove. I would actually love to see him face Wyatt in a series of like singles matches.
Yeah. If he just ran the gauntlet against all the Wyatts.
I was really hoping that somehow Raven would have shown back up. Oh. My fantasy booking was he would have shown up and joined the Wyatts and dragged this out just a little bit.
Man, that would be cool. I didn't even think about that.
But yeah, it was fun. I've always really liked Rhino, so I just like getting to see Rhino
Tommy
wrestle.
Dreamer's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Oh, in the fucking pay-per-view, who did it? I think it was Bubba Ray, when he was just blindly swinging the cane.
Yeah.
God, that was gold.
That botched spot where Bubba Ray jumped and him and Braun Strowman tripped, though, that was really clunky, and they just kind of like rolled on the ground. It was really funny. I'm sure there's a gif of it somewhere.
I'll have to look.
But the Wyatts winning, obviously the right call.
Yeah, finally, let them build some fucking steam and don't take it away.
Yeah.
And this trickled into the next night too.
Yeah. And if they're not going to keep the Wyatts rolling, I wish they would let Luke Harper go back into his big Brody Lee gimmick.
Yeah.
And just kind of like...
That dude's got champ written all over him.
Yeah, he's so good. After that, we had the Intercontinental Championship match. Wish it had been a little bit longer. But, I mean, very rarely do I have negative things to say about Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
In general, in any of their matches. It was really awesome that Ambrose won. I didn't expect it.
I posted a poll from the KOAT Twitter asking who people thought, and I voted on my personal Twitter for Dean Ambrose because, I mean, I love both guys, but yeah. I've probably been more inclined to stick by Ambrose more than Owens because he's just been around in WWE a little bit longer. He's been easier to follow. But by a landslide, Kevin Owens won. And we really didn't have that many votes, to be real, but more of the votes went for Kevin Owens. And I just kind of threw my vote in there as like, I just to see, how it would play out. I'm cool with it. I want that program to keep going, and I think it could.
Me too, and I think that's how they could build the Intercontinental Championship. And people said, they won't build the prestige if they're dropping it around a lot. They haven't really dropped it around a lot. Kevin Owens beat Ryback for it after Ryback got it, and now...
it's a stale title.
Yeah, it was a stale title, and now two of the hottest wrestlers in the company are wrestling over it. And then Dolph Ziggler's a little bit in the mix after Monday.
Yeah.
So, and Ambrose was more over than Roman Reigns was, and he's the Intercontinental Champion. So, I mean, there you go. Plus him celebrating with the crowd, that was just really cool.
Yeah.
That's one of those good...
It goes back to that People's Champ feud.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good things to be said about that. Next match was the women's match. A pretty well worked match. Charlotte fucking sucks.
God, thank you for saying it.
And she's not a bad wrestler. She just doesn't get it, and they keep pushing the whole she's Ric Flair's kid thing.
It hurts my head, man.
Yeah, it's bothering me. Stop doing Ric Flair stuff. Create your own.
I like the cheating.
Yeah.
I get it. I really do. Dirtiest player in the game. Okay, wow, nailed it.
Yeah,
keep cheating, but stop ripping off the fucking Fargo strut and all the fucking wooing.
Like it's really funny if your dad is helping you cheat.
Yeah.
And that puts you over as a good heel. But don't do what he did.
Alright, this is kind of going to be an obscure reference. Have you seen, I think it's a Vine of the kid at the party when the girl vapes, and he's just like, wow.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's the funniest fucking video. Every time Charlotte does a woo or a Fargo strut or references Flair, I just wow, cool.
Yeah, it's the a lot of that match can be attributed to Paige because and I mean she just keeps getting better and she was already good anyways.
Yeah. Paige just keeps showing that she can turn chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah. And so whenever they finally, flip a switch and let her feud with Sasha Banks legitimately or Becky Lynch, or they bring any of those women from NXT up, or like they bring back Emma now that she's been
killing it as a heel.
Yeah. It's just the women's division is primed to be awesome.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I even include the Bellas in that. Brie Bella's gotten better. Nikki Bella didn't have to defend her title that much, but that's not her fault.
Yeah.
Her in-ring work got so much better over this past year that I think she's been unjustly shit on a lot because her personality is grating and because who she dates. But I don't hate Nikki Bella.
Dude, I picked up I was filling a prescription
PWI.
at Kroger. Yeah, I was flipping through it today. I actually saw it in Kroger and I was stoked. Picked it up and I was flipping through it. And Nikki's number 1 as the
Paige
top female.
Paige is number 2 and Sasha was number 3.
Dude, there's some fucking great female wrestlers in there. Heidi Lovelace was in there. Veda Scott. Candice LeRae, I'm pretty sure, was in there. Cherry Bomb.
Women's wrestling is in a really awesome place now.
Yo, if I don't mean to cut you off, but if you're a girl and the only women's wrestling you get to see is on WWE and you're just like, this Divas Revolution thing is bullshit, you're right. It is. Fucking watch AIW on YouTube. Just look up Veda Scott. Look up Heidi Lovelace. Barbie Hayden. She reps Strong Style brand a lot. Candice LeRae.
There are women alternatives. I know if you watch NXT, you get to see some good women's matches. But I mean, there's Shimmer.
Yeah,
and
there's
all
Shimmer.
sorts of
There's
things.
Shine.
There's so many places that you can.
What's her face? She's the. I just said her name. It's gone. She's the Chikara heavyweight champion.
Yeah. There's women wrestling men in Chikara and in Lucha Underground. Even what's her name? I can't think of her. I can see her.
Yep, that's how I am with Chikara right now.
Which that's something NXT is missing. And I heard Bayley. They talked about putting her in as a female. Luchador.
That'd be cool.
They need to have someone like that.
And they don't need to kill Bayley's gimmick though.
No, not her. This was when she was starting.
Oh, okay.
No, they need to bring in a female luchador. Into the there's
amazing women wrestling out there aside from NXT, and it's not hard to find.
No, and it's just now that it's starting to become more of a mainstream thing. I got really
lightheaded when I was talking about that because I was like really into it.
Yeah,
because I know a lot of girls that like wrestling, and like I guess girls kind of catch the shit end of the stick when it comes to wrestling because like you don't get to see a lot of women's wrestling, and when you do, it's like
it's short and
it's not always the best. But then you have wrestlers like Paige and like Becky Lynch and even the Bellas and Sasha Banks and Bayley that are on the bigger platform that don't get to do as much as these other women wrestlers that are under the radar. Yeah. So thankfully we have something like YouTube or fucking CZW Network, Lucha Underground. There's all these platforms where you girls can watch women's wrestling and get what you want.
And I mean, hell, you can even go and look up like Jazz versus Trish Stratus and Victoria in WWF back 10 years ago.
Yeah, Molly Holly.
Yeah, there was a good women's division in wrestling. I mean, fucking Chyna was the Intercontinental Champion at one point. You can have women.
In the Rumble?
Yeah.
Was in the Rumble?
So was Beth Phoenix for fucking crying. And,
I miss Beth Phoenix
and Karma.
I miss what was her name? Not Beth Phoenix.
Which one?
Caitlyn. I miss Caitlyn.
Oh, Caitlyn. Yeah, she left too soon. If she would have just stuck it out just a little bit,
I thought she was great.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot. There is good women's wrestling, and you can even find it in old WWE and WWF stuff. You just have to look, and you just have to.
If you want to talk women's wrestling, fucking hit us up on the Twitter, and we'll give you things to watch.
Yeah, and bitch at WWE because they could be doing better.
Yeah,
it's sexist to think that women can't have better matches and have to do hair pulling stuff and this and that and whatever.
Get their tops ripped off or something.
Yeah,
stupid.
and they can wrestle men. Yeah. It's not a problem.
And I saw where Jim Ross is like not totally about intergender wrestling, but it's
he comes from a different era too. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason that I need to see Sasha Banks versus Brock Lesnar. That's not believable.
Not at
all. But there's no reason, and I'm gonna bitch a little bit. There's no reason that Torito shouldn't be able to work some matches, because if you go watch him pre WWE, his matches are fucking awesome. He can work his ass off. He doesn't have to be in a little bull gimmick not doing anything. He's just as good as a light heavyweight. He's just not that heavy, but he can work a different style, and I think they need to capitalize on the fact that they have someone like that.
Right.
Because they had a one-legged wrestler at one point, like Zach Gowen. Why can't they have somebody who's
viable little guy?
Yeah. So we went off on a tangent.
But I think you'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like I said, hit us up on the Twitter, and we'll definitely throw you some great women's wrestling to watch.
Now, the main event, unfortunately, I got a really bad migraine headache and had tunnel vision, so I couldn't watch it. I was just sitting there watching during the match before the actual head pain came in. I wasn't able to, focus on anything. So I remember 2 spots from it. I remember, or 3. Sheamus putting, doing some sort of suplex slam through a table on the outside to Reigns when he did the white noise off the steps through the table, which I thought was a cool spot. And then Reigns doing that pretty sick-looking Superman punch off the top of the ladder to Sheamus.
That had some great storytelling to it.
Yeah, and I need to go back and watch it again. But the aftermath of that match was pretty cool. It really worked.
It was pretty reminiscent to the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
There's in its own special way.
Now, there's a lot of stuff within that it doesn't make sense that Roman Reigns is so pissy towards Triple H in terms of storytelling, but in terms of getting himself over, it works. I'm not going to bitch about it.
Yeah.
And then
Monday night.
Monday night was a really solid episode of Raw.
I got to actually watch some of it on TV.
Mm-hmm. The Stephanie McMahon slapped the shit out of him. I don't think anybody's taken harder shots from wrestlers than Roman Reigns has this year. He got the shit beat out of him by Brock Lesnar in their match, and then he every match that he's in, he just gets roughed up. He got the hell slapped out of him by Stephanie. In the main event, when he was wrestling Sheamus for the title on Monday, he did a headbutt that he fucked up on and busted his own head open. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that went bad. And then he's just bleeding half of his face. It was awesome. And there's not a lot to talk about from Raw, except that they kind of messed up if they were trying to get the New Day over as heels.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, they messed that segment up. I thought it was just going to be like a mutual respect segment and everything was going to be cool. Also, they keep talking about how Philly cheered Roman Reigns after they booed him at the Rumble. Guess who else they booed at the fucking Rumble? New Day.
Yep.
New Day in the pre-match they got shit on. Here they are getting standing ovations and cheers from the crowd. New Day rocks in Philly. So it wasn't just one experiment that they finally got over. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot that went on Raw in terms of, other than a good match between Ambrose and Ziggler and angry, violent Kevin Owens coming back and powerbombing fucking Ziggler onto Dean Ambrose.
And do a live shot of us.
Live shot during the recording. We'll put that up on the internet.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Oh, it was bad? We gotta do it again?
Yeah.
I thought you were videoing.
No.
My apologies.
Hold on, let me get this Kramer hair going on real quick.
My hair is just fucked.
This is weird. You can't really see your face.
I don't care. It's okay. But anyways, we're just enjoying ourselves tonight. The main event was a really well wrestled match. Vince McMahon being out there added a lot of energy. When Roman Reigns won the title, it was the hottest that people have been for someone winning the belt since, I'd say, Daniel Bryan. People were really pumped about Seth Rollins because Reigns didn't win at WrestleMania, but that's been a dead-ass title for a while, and no one's really been that hyped since Daniel Bryan won it, and Roman Reigns. Title change on Monday night felt good. It made Monday Night Raw feel like it was important again, like anything could happen.
It was a good follow-up from what I got to see.
Yeah, Reigns needed to win it. It leads into a Royal Rumble with a lot of possibilities. There's just a lot of things that can happen, and it's really exciting. I guess we'll go ahead and let that go because we've got to get into the interview with Roscoe Eat Lisa because we had a shorter interview with them, so we went through all of this. So please stick around for that because a lot of fun, and after you've heard us complain and talk about all the wrestling stuff, now you just get to laugh for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's fun. It's out there. Very similar to the interview with Nick.
Yeah.
Although we found out that Nick is a murderous asshole and murdered poor Charvy, the imaginary possum love child of Nick, Iggy, and Zach from Roscoe Eat Lisa. Wanted to give those guys a shout out. We had Roscoe Eat Lisa on the podcast this week. Their tag team name, Roscoe Eat Lisa. You'll hear the story behind that. It's an entertaining story. Mm-hmm. It's a great story. We all can relate to this story. Wanted to give their Twitters a shout out because I can't remember if they do that in the podcast. There's Zach at BeatusZack. It's at BeetusZakkk. BeatusZack. I don't know. And then at McFinnigan BMOC. I'm not going to spell that one, but I will tweet them both out separately tonight so you can keep up with them and their antics to find cigarettes and booze and green boys. Those guys are rule. I want them in the Middle Tennessee area at some point. Maybe we could sit down and talk to them both. Put it out to the universe. Would love to see them maybe at SWF or, even Tried and True, wherever we can get them around the area. Great dudes. I could see them becoming good buds of ours. Podcast was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Hit us up on the Twitter at KOAT Podcast. Let us know what you think. Going to be posting more polls, pictures. Fucking figured out how to do GIFs, so I'm a caveman.
Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or follow us on SoundCloud, or go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, and we will have all back episodes, backlog of episodes up, as well as new ones. And we've got videos of us dicking around and throwing batarang blades and stuff like that. And
eventually more videos of us doing actually Tried and True. We'll probably try to get some quick video interviews with some people.
Yeah, and we'll post those up.
Yeah, so check that out. We'll tweet out the link to that as well.
But, all right, guys, stick around for the conversation with Roscoe Eat Lisa, and we'll catch y'all later. All right, we're here at the Kick Out at 2 podcast at a Christmas party right now, recording, and we've got Zach from Roscoe Eat Lisa.
Yeah. Mikey's actually running around the room, but he is probably about 2 feet away from me, but I don't think he's... and actually, Mason from the Hooligans is trying to get me to hand the phone over to him. I'm on a podcast, Mason. Would you like to be on the podcast with me?
You do whatever you want.
Are we getting a guest spot from the Hooligans tonight?
Maybe, I don't know. He's actually... they wrestle barefoot, but right now they're walking around this locker room in house shoes. It's a thing of fucking beauty, bro.
I would do the same thing.
That's good shit.
So we've talked a little bit throughout the past couple weeks. Did you tell me that you had done something, or you guys were Roscoe Eat Lisa were doing something for JCW?
We went and watched the show last night, and Mikey and them did the lumberjack match and everything. We kind of had some stuff fall through. We thought we might. Yeah, Mikey smoked weed with Weed Man. Sorry, we're throwing it all out there.
It's okay.
I was super fucking drunk, and I just laid up on the couch in the VIP section and passed out. And they were like, "Zach, get up if you want to be one of the lumberjacks." And then I was like, "I want to be a lumberjack." Then I already slept through it. And they woke me up and was like, "We're leaving now." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
So you had a pretty good night?
Yeah, no. I was sick, dude. Like, I didn't feel good, and then I woke up, and I was like, this is stupid. And then, but, I mean, it was cool. Like, I woke up at one point to, like, Madman Pondo doing this really gross, like, fucking pump handle slam, and he got him up for like a power slam in the end of it, then he gave him like a straight tombstone pile driver, and I marked out and then went back to bed. it was gnarly, bro. I fucking saw that and I was like, oh, that was sick as fuck. Then I laid back down and went to bed.
That's awesome.
So,
sweet, bro.
So when did you start wrestling?
I had my first match in June of 2007, and the first couple years of my career I don't really count because like I was abysmal, dude. I was dog shit, and then I count everything from like 2009 on because I got retrained and properly learned how everything is supposed to be done. I got trained by a guy named Mike Masters and Curly. This guy named Curly has a bunch of Three Stooges tattoos on me. It was like a big deal for a while. Dan Summers, and then like I've been privileged enough to do a lot of seminars and learn from guys like Chris Hero, Rhino, let me think. I'm trying to think of other people. Goldust, Davey Richards, a ton of people, man. Like, I mean, anytime there's seminars, I try to jump on them.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, man, totally.
Obviously, you probably grew up a wrestling fan, right?
Actually, no. I really didn't get into pro wrestling until about 2004, man. And it was weird because wasn't really ever a fan of wrestling growing up. But my neighbor had a video game, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever when I saw Mysterio do the 619. I was like, that was fucking tight, dude. and then all of a sudden I just started liking wrestling and liking all that style, man. Then I started watching like the indies, like right away. Like I broke into it because E-Fest were real big at the time, so I would always try to like research shit, and like I kept getting on E-Fest because I just wanted to wrestle, but I'd wrestle on trampoline and shit before I got trained with my friends. And like I found out about like Ring of Honor and all that stuff, man. I thought that style was fucking dope, dude. It was super athletic and everything. And then like started watching wrestling from there, man. Got trained, figured that was the style I wanted to do and everything. And then kind of went from there, man. But no, I wasn't really ever a fan growing up now, man. But like I'm fucking 8 of them now. I think it's the coolest thing ever, and I smack myself in the face when I watched it when I was a kid because like I watched shit from like Smoky Mountain and shit,
right?
And I'll watch it back, and I'm like, bro, that shit was so sick. They're like, bro, that's like 20 years old, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's new to me.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
I went back and watched some Smoky Mountain last night, actually, since they put it up on the network.
Bro, the network has went fucking nuts with their shit. It is awesome, dude.
Yeah, what else did they add? They added that, and what, like
they added,
USWA was that?
They added Global Wrestling. They added fucking NWA, WCW, World Class. They added fucking, I think a bunch of AWA.
Yeah.
But like, shoot, dude, the only thing I watch on the network all the time is I think I was telling you this. Like, I'm infatuated with ECW and FCW.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the greatest things ever.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even like a real big fan of deathmatch wrestling, dude. But the shit's just so fucking nuts, bro. And I'm like, this shit's awesome.
It's like a car wreck.
Well,
It's crazy, dude. Like Hayabusa, man, that dude was fucking unreal, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just doing fucking straight fucking planches with one person to catch him. I'm like, this shit's nuts. Something big happening out the door. I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of pops right now, and I assume they did something sick out there, but I don't even care to look, really.
So I hear one of our former guests, Nick Iggy, is a murderous asshole.
Brother, he is a shoot piece of shit. Let me tell you something, all right? Fuck him, dude. He killed this possum that he made up, and it's not even real, but it died through text because he said that, like, he killed it. And then we just sent a bunch of pictures, and then he said he loved him and all this shit, and, like, mourned his death when he died, and now he just buries him any chance to get. I'm like, okay, dude, he's dead. Why are you going to take knocks at him? That's bullshit, bro.
Fucking Nick Iggy.
Yeah, dude, Charby was the fine example to lead by, man. He was talented. He was humble. He was the best fucking possum anyone could ever ask for. He was quiet. He was polite. You know, I mean, he was sexy as fuck. It was cool, bro.
God damn it! I'm so happy this is happening.
What the fuck is going on out here? I just hear a bunch of chanting, dude. What happened out there? What happened? Oh, that's gay.
What happened?
Oh, it was a chair shot.
Oh.
Fuck that.
That's so sick, though.
That they all popped for a chair shot?
Yeah, man, everyone was going ham.
Sounds like you got an easy night.
2015.
Yeah, hopefully, man. It's gonna be easy, bro.
So, where all of you guys been going lately? I mean, I've been seeing you guys all over Indie Power Rankings and, just all over the internet lately. Where all you guys going lately?
Well, tomorrow we're going to Austin, Texas. As soon as we get done with the show, we drive 15 hours to Anarchy Championship Wrestling, and then I'll go back to my normal life on Tuesday, unfortunately. Then, IWA Mid-South, we've been going there. St. Louis Anarchy, regularly. That one's probably my favorite one.
I've seen a lot of stuff about St. Louis Anarchy lately.
Man, dude, it is unfucking real, dude. If you ever get a chance to come out this way and see one of the shows, bro, it's definitely worth it. It's sick. It's the best fucking talent around in the Midwest, dude. They've always got badass guys in. I got to work with Tommaso Ciampa earlier this year there. Had probably my favorite match I've ever had with him. Fucking got to work with Johnny Gargano, Eric Pena, a lot of really badass dudes out there, man. It's a badass show, dude. A bunch of drunk fucking fans. It has, I want to say, not an East PWG feel, but it's like ECW, man. The fans are just rabid, dude. It's awesome, though.
That sounds awesome, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. Anywhere we can book, man, really. I mean, anywhere that wants to have us in and pay for it, put up with our stupidity. I mean, anywhere we can go, man, really.
Just keeping the door open.
Yeah, it seems like you figured out how to get all the joy out of doing what you're doing wherever you go. Which not everybody gets to do. As you see, you meet a lot of people that are super jaded, and you feel like you're just out there to have fun and fuck around nonstop, which is all that's. I respect the shit out of that, because that's all I'd want to do.
Yeah. Totally, man, totally.
Living the dream.
So, where did you guys come up with the name Roscoe Eat Lisa?
We have a friend. Hey, they're getting those juicy shit. They're asking about how we came up with our tag name. Oh, do you want to tell the story? Because you haven't talked on here at all, and I think it would be good if you tell it, because you always tell it funnier than I do. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to get water. So what's up, guys?
How you doing?
Pretty much the story of the Roscoe Lisa name comes from, we have a real lazy friend, Dustin, who always has a crazy excuse on why he can't go to the gym or go roll around in the ring and work out with us. Usually dumb shit like, I gotta go home, I left the eggs out, or the Grim Reaper stuck a pipe in my nose.
Oh.
So, that's Dustin. Well, me and Zach, I forget, we were going somewhere, and we were texting people to see who wanted to get in the car and come with us, and we were talking about Dustin, and we started making up, dumb excuses that we thought we would hear from Dustin on why he wouldn't be able to come with us, I can't, man, I need to borrow $40 to buy a shovel because my dog died, or, oh no, I buried my dog, and now I got hit by lightning, and now he's a zombie. And then I think it was, I text Zach, and I was like, no, guys, I seriously can't go this weekend. Roscoe come back as zombie after lightning strike and eat Lisa. Roscoe eat Lisa. And Zach just sent me back like, God damn it, that's our tag name.
God, that's fantastic.
That's I think the best origin of any tag team name I've ever heard.
Yeah, and as soon as I heard the name, I was like, I don't get it, but that's fucking money. I've never.
Well, that's why I've enjoyed it so much, is because, as soon as we come through the door somewhere, fans, workers, everybody, they're like, what's your name? Where'd you get your name? So, it's definitely an attention grabber.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I don't think I've heard that good, there's not many tag team names in a while that I've heard that pop out that well.
Yeah, it's just original.
Because it's always, I don't know, it's usually the something or...
if you're heel, something menacing or...
Yeah, and you guys are just fuck it, we're Roscoe Eat Lisa. It's an inside joke, which makes it even better because nobody's in on it.
Except us.
Yeah. And now that Dustin doesn't wrestle or do anything, we don't mind, just telling everybody what's up about the name, so it makes it even funnier to us. Now we got more shit to spill.
That's incredible.
Plus, somebody wears that merch, whether there's a wrestling fan or not, they see something that says Roscoe Eat Lisa, they're going to be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, once we got the shirts printed and we see how quickly we sold shirts, we realized that we needed to kind of explore different endeavors as far as merch goes. Like, I think we're looking for someone right now to make some Bark Bark Gator Tit beanies. Yeah, we're looking at our buddy Deadly Dale. Does a lot of really good designs. We're actually looking at him to make we're gonna get with him about making a coloring book for us.
That would be incredible.
Be awesome. You guys need to sell socks.
Yeah, we're definitely getting into it. I think bracelets. We're gonna try to get whatever we can.
Yeah, shill it all out.
Matt, don't pee over there. Oh, just go right. Look, that's what I've been seeing. I'm trying to coach Zach into pissing.
Now, where do y'all come from originally?
Metropolis, Illinois, the home of Superman.
Oh, okay. I've been there. I've been to a casino a couple times there. I missed out on seeing George Jones out there for free, and then he died, and I did because I was with somebody else. I'm not even a huge George Jones fan, but I mean, a free George Jones at a casino felt like something I needed to go do.
They do, like, oddly enough, like, because of the Harris Casino there in town, they have a bunch of acts come through. We were wrestling in the Baymont, which is directly across the street from Harris.
Yeah.
And we were actually standing around outside and got to meet Kenny Rogers and Ron White, like, back to back.
That's awesome. Was it, how long ago was it? Was it like weird face Kenny Rogers, or was it like original face Kenny Rogers?
Oh, it was definitely weird face Kenny Rogers, and it was hard for me to say anything other than the Gambler.
You just said the Gambler too. We're actually at a Christmas party recording in another room right now, and my buddy that's out there, he worked on something with Kenny Rogers. He said he's like the nicest guy, but it was just kind of weird looking at him because of all the surgery he's had. But
yeah,
that's
he was pretty cool. Ron White just kind of like looked at us and snickered and then walked away. He's like, hey,
yeah,
I went about his day.
He's probably drunk.
Same.
Oh yeah, fucking drunk off his ass. I don't blame him.
I wouldn't either. So, especially if he had to go work Harrah's all night.
Oh, brother, if I had that much money, I'd be wasted too.
Maybe one day.
I mean, you can get wasted without having that much money. You guys should try and set up a show at the casino.
Oh, man, dude, so much money you have to sink in. You got to pay the captain, like, you got to pay the engineers.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Hey, merch idea. You guys love getting wasted, right?
Oh, yeah.
RoscoeEatLisa koozies.
Oh, man, I'm all for it. We've actually looked in. There's a local comic book shop that makes some stuff for local fed Chaos Pro Wrestling. We've actually talked to them, Crash Comics in Paducah, about making us some.
That's awesome.
That's not too far from us, actually.
Yeah, Paducah's.
I want to be able to put Bark Bark Gator Tits on so many things.
Yeah.
So, what's the origin behind that one?
Our buddy, it goes back to Dustin. Dustin let us set him up a Twitter, but he wasn't using it. So me and Zach would use it, and we would tweet people from it, and we would just say, like, horrible things, like, just talk shit to everybody. Huh? Yeah, like, I tweeted Michael Cole one time and was like, at Michael Cole, I hear you like to make butter sculptures. Well, then bring it, bitch. And Dustin's getting mad because we locked him out of his Twitter. So whoever reads it, there's just a picture of Dustin, and they think it's him. My favorite one was we tweeted Titus O'Neil, and this is where the Bark Bark Gator Tits comes from. It was something at Titus O'Neil. You think you're hard? You want a gator roll with me? # Bark Bark Gator Tit.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
I love that. So we just kept using it.
Oh, that is amazing.
I've professionally trolled The Miz regularly, where I just tell him things about how his family's ashamed of him. It's never like I'm really talking shit. I'm just saying things like your family is not proud of you, or you're not safe in the ring, like just making him feel like shit.
Actually, if you want, if you guys want to look it up on Twitter, you check it out. There's probably like 100 good tweets. It's at Real King Baduva.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm about to look that up now.
Oh, there's a really good tweet to Goldberg that Goldberg actually favorited and was a fan of. and I don't understand how, because it was super offensive.
I'm about to go look.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, I will say that was a time when me and Zach were passed out in the car and somebody else had the phone. But that one got me really, really good.
And what is it again?
It's at Real King and then Badoova, Badoova.
I found it. Dustin Summer.
Oh yeah, that's comedy gold right there.
Let's get a live reading of one of them.
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, this is gonna.
We'll keep talking until we get to the Goldberg tweet.
Find...
Because we're gonna officially reveal that one.
Oh, good. Yeah, Zach's gonna love that. They're just on Dustin's Twitter page, just reading the tweet. Dude, I know that little kid is a racist. I think he's drunk.
At Goldberg, why did you block me from following bird balls? Why don't you come at me like man instead of some big bald bitch? Hashtag slap that boy pussy.
Oh my god.
And that's it. I mean, you can't really go any further than that. Called somebody poon mouth.
There's one, I can't remember who it was, but we called somebody squid lips, and that fucking killed me.
Oh my God.
I think that might have been John Gresham. I think John Gresham called him squid lips.
Squid lips.
I don't know. I don't know if John. I don't know if we ever told him that or not. But so if John ever listens to this, it's totally RoscoeEatLisa who tweeted you and asked if you were squid lips.
That's fantastic.
You know, I thought Nick's was my favorite, but I think I've laughed harder in these past 20 minutes. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they're good. It's definitely a passion of mine. The tweet from Dustin's account. We've actually thought about bringing it back.
Oh my God, that's fantastic!
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you should just put the Twitter handle on the back of one of your T-shirts.
Oh man, actually, that is a great idea.
Or
we've sold so many shirts tonight that we actually have to get a new batch printed up, so that may happen.
That's exciting.
Or what you could do is just cherry pick the best ones and then just print them in order on the shirt.
Oh my!
So good. Well, hey guys, I'm going to jump off here. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I'll hand you back over to Zesty Zach.
All
excellent.
Right, we appreciate it.
Later, gentlemen. Thank you.
Have a good one, man.
Hello. Neither of you two smoke, but hello, Holly. Do you smoke? Neither of you do? Oh, for real? Oh, that's gay. That's fucked. God damn it.
You can't find a light.
On. I gotta walk back to this exploding retard being loud. Hold on just a second.
That's fine. Sounds like
What's up, brother? How are you, man? What's up? As you can hear, the fans are clearly interested in the things that are happening this evening.
So who else there tonight?
I mean, as far as worker-wise,
Yeah.
there is a ton of no-name guys, really, for the most part.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to be discreet about these things.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I think the hooligans are the biggest. What? Oh, hold on. I gotta caress Devin's sexy afro. Clayton, shut the fuck up. You don't even hit puberty yet, bitch. I want a podcast, Clayton, because I'm over. Yeah, fuck that podcast. Hold on. My green kid, TJ, wants to talk to you on this podcast.
Okay. Is this the green kid, TJ?
Yes, TJ Kellis.
How you doing? You're on the Kick Out at 2 podcast right now. Our first live episode. It may be our last.
Hi. Well, I'm TJ Kellis. I'm from West Frankfort, Illinois. Boys.
Did somebody just say that you suck cock in the background?
Never mind. We have shit green kids. I apologize. Our green kids suck, and Devin Cutter of the Hooligans is looking on at me with a very burning passion in his eyes, as if he's just waiting to fucking split my rectum open with his big rig and fucking and give me some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Hey, shut up, like, Flame, get out of here. Fucking, yeah, brother. Yeah, fucking shit payment shows, bro. We go nuts when we're here.
I love it.
It's fucking, we try to behave.
Where are y'all at right now? I don't know.
We are in Fosterville, Illinois for Strictly Insane Professional Wrestling.
Is it actually insane, though?
Yeah. I mean, people take some pretty crazy bumps that I wouldn't take.
That's awesome.
Yeah, totally. I'm not about that shit.
So I mean, what would you say the worst thing you've had to do so far in wrestling has been? Like, you know,
in terms of bump you regret,
yeah,
or something like that.
Bumps I regret. Well, let me think. Yeah, there's some that really hurt. I hate taking spine busters because they hurt really fucking bad. Like, for the most part, if people throw you down like group style, those fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
Worst bump I've ever taken. I got awesome bombed into a fucking barbed wire plank in the corner. That hurt pretty bad.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was pretty rough. Trying to think. What else? I haven't really done a lot of deathmatch stuff, guys. Where like, I mean, like I did one deathmatch tournament, went to the finals, and then
was that Prince or King of the Deathmatch?
No, that was for Chaos Pro Wrestling in Metropolis, Illinois. They run the Seven Deadly Sins tournament, and it actually came down to me and Mikey for the finals of the tournament.
Okay.
And then he ended up beating me and winning the belt, which I had for I think like 11 months at that point. But yeah, that was definitely fun. There was like 300, 400 people there, man. Packed, loud fans, fucking. It was sweet, dude. Really, really, really fun angle.
So, when did you guys start tagging?
I think it would have been June of 2014.
Okay.
Was when we no. I'm sorry. It would have been April of 2014 because we really we tagged before. But just at random shows where we were just like, let's just tag tonight. But we didn't have any tag moves or anything, so we just tagged. But now that we've kind of made it a full-fledged thing, it's we take bookings to tag teams. I mean, we still do single shit, but it's predominantly we like to tag more than anything, man, because it's fun.
How do you, as a tag team wrestler, we had the Washington Bullets on last week, and we talked about just kind of the state of tag team wrestling. How do you feel tag team wrestling looks right now? Do you think it's on the uprise, or do you think there's kind of a lull?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely on the uprise, man. I mean there's a lot of really hungry young teams out there, man. No, did you have one? Oh, I need one. Hey, we go ask someone for a cigarette. We go ask Leo and tell us a cigarette for Zach. Can you do that? Leo should be in that back room. Just tell him Zach needs a cigarette. Thank you. You're the best drink kid ever. Fucking sorry, bro.
Got to work those greenies.
Yeah, fucking. It's cool to have been in a while. I try not to throw weight around or anything. But fucking, no, I think there's definitely it's definitely on the uprise, man. As far as, are we up right now? Oh, we're right now. Or is there another match? Okay. Hey, actually, is there any way we can finish this another time, man? We are actually up right now, and I did not realize this.
Oh, no, that's fine. You guys,
that's cool, dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, man, thank you, guys. I'm so sorry, man. Everything was chaotic. I promise it'll be a lot more professional next time where I can say.
Oh, no, this is great. We enjoy just talking about whatever, and we really appreciate y'all coming on here.
Cool.
And,
well, thank you, man. We appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, we'll get you on again whenever you feel like it. Just let us know.
Awesome. Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, man.